Zakken zijn gevuld, maar ken die tijden nog van broke zijn. Jongens uit de buurt worden geget met te veel dough, man. Ik was al lang gefocust op mijn doekoe, vraag me docent.
Hello, my name is Benjamin. Shout out to Kwart Prietje, shout out to Wit. I'm gonna take you to my neighborhood, Delfshaven, Rotterdam, West Side. Yeah, this is basically my hood where I grew up. Yeah, I grew up in the 90s, in the zeros and the tens. I'm still growing up, even if I'm 32. It didn't used to be so quiet like it is right now. But we're going to see, maybe we see some hood legends. We're gonna meet up with some friends later. And yeah, we're gonna see what this day is going to bring. Delfshaven is like the most part of Rotterdam West Side. It's called Delfshaven, but it's divided in smaller neighborhoods. And this is like the real Delfshaven, because you have other neighborhoods like the Old West, the New West, tussen dijken. That means between the dikes. Also you have Spangen and Bospolder. So, but this is my neighborhood. This is real Delfshaven. Yeah, it's Holland, it's legal, why not? In some parts of the neighborhood, if you went at night when it was dark, when the street lights go on, there were some parts of West Side you didn't want to be. Because there were only junkies or drug dealers or other people on the streets, you know?
And what do you think, why did that change and when did it start to change?
I think when we got the new mayor, that is Ahmed Abu Taleb. It's a Moroccan man from Amsterdam. Some people don't like it, don't like the changes. They like the place it used to be, because the normal person from Rotterdam, the hardworking man, is like being chased out of town. It's like, you know, more for the richer people from outside of the town. They come into Rotterdam, and the normal man is being chased out of the town. I don't know. It's better somehow. I think so.
It was better back then or now?
It's now it's better for the future, for the kids, you know, because I wouldn't want to let my kids grow up in the period that I grew up. Just salt it a little bit, you know. Before the time when you had cell phones, we just made sounds in the hood like ooh, and you get the reaction back like ooh. Yeah, so we communicated like that when we were small, before cellular phones, you know. Or sometimes I'm just standing here, I'm like, hey! And then you hear, okay! There used to be benches and everything over there. We came here, we barbecued, we drank, we smoked, we were chilling like every day here. And yeah, we made also a lot of noise, so if you can see, yeah, a lot of people can complain. Every time problems with police. But yeah, then they took away the benches and you couldn't chill over there. Most of the people I grew up with, they are not Dutch. The best friend I know the longest, that is Dimitri. And it's a Rastafarian guy from Suriname.
Where did your father work?
Basically a Yugoslavian company that was based in the Dutch harbor, in the Rotterdam harbor. Jugomontaža it was called first, then Montmontaža, then Industromontaža. But it was basically a Yugoslavian company that had workers from former Yugoslavian countries here in Rotterdam. They worked in the harbor as engineers. At least my father did, because before he came to Holland, he was in the Yugoslavian Navy.
Does he feel a part of this city and this country?
I think basically he feels the same way like me, you know, because you still have love for your home country, Croatia. And I don't feel Dutch at all, I feel Croatian, but I do feel like I'm a real Rotterdam guy, you know? I'm not Dutch, but I'm a real Rotterdammer, as we say it. So I think it's more attached to the city than to the country.
And what does make someone a Rotterdammer?
Yeah, basically what a real Rotterdammer is, we are straight to the point. We are hardworking. And basically, how we say, niet lullen maar poetsen. It's like no talking, just working, you know? Straightforward and yeah, honest and kind of funny people. Yeah, Feyenoord Rotterdam represent. It's actually a club from the south of Rotterdam. We also have in West a football club, it's called Sparta. But like every normal sane person in Rotterdam, I'm for Feyenoord. But I like Sparta as well. Normally they don't like each other, Feyenoord and Sparta, but there were the first football games I went to the stadium when I was a small boy. So it's a small piece in my heart, Sparta. But still Feyenoord till I die. But it's very residential. It's very calm right now. As I said earlier, it used to be more chaotic than now. It's now very calm. Paka. Nog een beetje filmen in de buurt. Ja toch, John, of sowieso laten zien.
Hey, don't put me on the camera.
Where would you live in Rotterdam if you could live anywhere?
If I could live anywhere in Rotterdam, I would near the bridge, near the Erasmus Bridge, in one of the penthouse apartments. If I could live anywhere, if I could, but that is not realistic. So I like it where I am right now. So it's for me it's important to be like at this side of town, and that it's near the center. So I'm used to things to be that everything is close, everything you need. So I wouldn't change neighborhoods, no.
Only for a penthouse.
Only for a penthouse. This is the old part of town that wasn't bombed in the Second World War. That you don't see it very often in Rotterdam, places like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, a small history lesson from me. So we are in the Piet Hein Straat. Piet Hein, that was like a pirate in the Dutch Golden Century. His house where he was born, that was his house. And as you can see at the top, you see a little bird on a how do you say it?
Like a fence?
Yes, on a fence, a bird on a fence. A Piet op een heining, that literally Piet Hein means.
What does that mean?
A bird on a fence. He attacked the Spanish and he took all the silver from the Spanish. He stole from them and bring it to the Dutch.
Would you say he's the most famous person from Delfshaven?
No, I think André van Duin is more famous. That's a Dutch comedian. Shout out to Piet, to all my pirates from Delfshaven. Spicy?
No.
Allebei zonder sambal.
Pravo da platiš, ne možeš pravo da platiš, brato. Nema pari, nema biznes. Hrvatska?
Da.
Dobro. Ja sam Bogar. Ja sam 24 godine tuga. Sve, deca, žena, sve tuga.
Vidimo se.
Niet aan de kant van Sahara, maar zeg maar aan de kant van buurt.
Hi.
Sydney, man.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Brate.
Another fun fact, Delfshaven, used to be the harbor of the city of Delft. That is a smaller city, like 15 kilometers from here. It used to be like the main city of Holland. Very historically, it was a very important city. Yeah, but this used to be the port, and that's why it's called Delfshaven, the harbor of Delft. We had another small square. It was a small football field. Yeah, we were playing football over there, but we made too much noise. Like, what the fuck, we were playing football, so they took away the goals, and so we had no place to play football in our neighborhood. Like, everybody in the neighborhood was playing soccer, and just like that, everybody switched. Some turned to criminal life, some people who were real footballers, they start smoking, drinking. So we didn't have the place, so yeah, then you end up on the streets and doing bullshit. Ewa! Vaca.
We used to swim here, children.
No way.
Young kids, swear. Yeah. Hoe zeg je het op die mast?
Yeah, they did. I never used to swim in here. I was used to the water in Croatia, and if you see that, that's a no-go.
This was my Croatian. Yeah. My player. Yeah. With the
And the hey! What do you say?
okay. Somebody sleeping, you go from the door. Oh, shit.
If you could choose, where would you live?
Here in Rotterdam? Yeah. I think Kruiskade, man.
Yeah?
Denk het wel, man.
Where is that?
That's where Chinatown is.
China, the little Chinatown. Yeah.
The street of Chinatown.
Do you guys know how to rap?
This guys.
Come on, man, come on, in Dutch. Yeah, that's
In Dutch?
yeah, or whatever language you want, man. It's...
In Chinese. I can do to you in the Chinese also. Pankawatisia.
I have no inspiration right now, man.
I think this guy, when he took chup chup, one.
So this guy is called Jules Deelder. He passed away unfortunately a couple of years ago. His nickname is the mayor of the night in Rotterdam, and he was a poet, very famous in Holland, and he was a little bit hard. It was not like a poet like Shakespeare or something. Very hard, very brutal sometimes.
Vaca, crew.
Hi.
Hey, chill, man.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, bro. You know what it is in Rotterdam? Hoe zeg je youth?
You youth, yeah.
The youth is making other steps than our, hoe zeg je leeftijd?
Our generation.
Our generation. The generation after
Older
us,
generation, yeah.
they are a little bit more.
Clever, young entrepreneurs.
En en los van dat, maybe you can subtitle that. Los van dat is de jongere generatie. Hun zijn bijvoorbeeld in bepaalde wijken zijn ze zeg maar heel snel beïnvloedbaar.
Like, no, I know where I'm gonna translate that, man.
Sorry. For a little bit of something, they will do such dangerous things. They will do dangerous things for a little bit.
You wanna say something about Rotterdam?
Let me think. It's too much to say. I need to think first, you know. Too much to say, too much promo. I need to think. Every man here got something to let you see, you know. My English is not so good, but my head is good.
But still, this is what you called here in Rotterdam, bon chance.
The favelas. My roots are in India, but my parents
They were born in Suriname. It's South America.
Hey, 9 tot 5, ik haat die shit. We laten het lukken, we tellen nu buiten. Streken die brood, al had ik niks. Ik blijf gewoon delen, dan krijg je beschuit. Heb je problemen, wordt het gefixt. Je hoort bij de family, je komt eruit. Ga je fik, hou je van liegen. Dan ga je niet halen, broer, je gaat eruit. Kan je niet lachen met je, kan niet hangen met je. Maar die slangen die lachen je uit. Ze maken fatu met je, ze gaan hangen met je. Gaat het faya, dan lachen ze uit. It's a long way, dus kom mee. Blijf true en hou het real. Wil naar Dubai en Mumbai. Met de fam op zoek naar. We gaan met z'n allen, ik ga niet alleen. Pray voor mijn jongens, ze steken meteen. Ze lopen met kapmes op hip. Broer, waar gaat die shit heen? Ze willen ballen in het CR7. Een tijdje later pakt hij een leven. Kan niet vluchten, blauw, blijf maar kleven. Je bigger picture is nu voor. Ik denk ik heb controle in my life. We breken brood, we deelden zelfs een beschuit. Ben met mijn realist en mijn day ones in bedrijf. Die bitch wil een baga, maar ze krijgt alleen een bekkie.
I see my friend Dimitri is coming. Yeah, he's pulling up.
Huh? Nee, nog niet?
Nee, joh.
Hi man.
Yes, I'm Dimitri.
Nice to meet you. Dimitri, where are you from?
From Suriname.
Is Dimitri a common name in Suriname?
My father gave it to me, so you have to ask my father. He gave me that name. Most people are thinking my first name is Robert, but they think my last name is Dimitri. But no, my first name is Dimitri, last name is Robert.
Oh, nice. Nice.
That's me.
That's a Hollywood name, man. Dimitri Robert is.
You make me very shy, man. You make me very shy. Oh, Suriname. I'm a tak Suriname. I'm a sap Suriname. If I say to you, yo, Fawaka, that means how are you? How are you?
Fawaka.
Yeah, Fawaka.
It's a street language in the Netherlands.
In the Netherlands also.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Slang here in Rotterdam.
Yeah, man.
So Suriname is like a slang here in Rotterdam.
Yeah,
Big.
Most of the words are
Yeah, man.
Suriname. Yeah, that we use in the slang.
And if you say waka, that means walk.
I understand a lot. I can talk a little bit, but that's because you grew up with people. But it's a language that is, if you try to understand it, it's very similar to English. But there are also a lot of Dutch words in it, kind of, and I think it's so assimilated in the slang because they also in Suriname they also speak Dutch.
For what you wanna do? I'm gonna kill you, you son of a bitch. Like that, you know?
Who talks like that?
The guy, yeah.
Oh my
He
god.
was talking like that. Crazy. Yeah. Slapping people.
Where's he now?
I don't know, man. They threw him out house.
He's homeless right
He's
now.
homeless, yeah. He's homeless.
But he making money. I don't know how. What he's doing.
What are your good sides and bad sides?
Ooh, that's a tough one. My good side and bad side.
Sure.
I think this is my good side and this is my bad side. I always make something up in job interviews when they ask me what are your good sides and bad
What are your
sides.
bad sides?
Yeah, my good sides are my bad sides, you know. Die ene kroat, je weet al wie het is, bij die motherfucker af en toe, hij is een stoornis, Je weet ik pull up met de gang, je weet al met wie ik ben, je weet al wat ik breng. Gang, 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 nog steeds in de buurt, gooi die freestyle. Mattie doe je biggie gechopt met een hakbal. Nog steeds kopje van die vodka, ik ben zo para, smoke alleen maar van die ganja, zo van Aladdin. Maak die shit brocco. Mattie, Spaanse chickie, ja ze noemen me helemaal loco. Mattie, waar is die menine? Mattie, anders pak ik een zina, hou ik het voor gezien, ja. Hey, 10 jaar geleden was het anders. Toen waren we op de streets, toen hingen we ook anders. We waren Aladdin op de streets, nu nog steeds, maar nu zijn we op Akamirchi beats.